The objectives of this tutorial are to give a brief overview of the Alcohol and Crime in Wyoming report, an overview and instructions for the form used in reporting, the procedure used for reporting, and an overview of the process after information is reported. The Wyoming Association of Sheriffs and Chiefs of Police has been collecting substance-related data from all persons booked into county detention facilities in Wyoming since 2005. The data collection process has been refined since that initial effort and has now been institutionalized as part of the book-in process year-round for all custodial arrests in all 23 counties in Wyoming. From that data, the Alcohol and Crime Report in Wyoming is compiled. WASCOP publishes the results and analysis of the data collection efforts each year in 3 separate reports: the main report, the supplemental report, and the executive summary. These reports can be accessed online at the following websites: wascop.com and jnaconsulting.com. It had long been suspected that alcohol was a factor in a large number of custodial arrests in Wyoming, but reliable data had not been available to more accurately determine the scope and impact of alcohol and crime in this state. The data provided each year is to provide detailed statistics about the impact of substance abuse on crime in Wyoming. At the beginning of the year, reports and self-addressed stamped envelopes are sent to every county detention facility in the state. These envelopes are self-addressed, so they are sent to Johnson & Associates, and there is no confusion. When an officer arrests and books someone into a Wyoming detention center, they will fill out the report for every time. This includes the people who were not drinking and using drugs. The purpose of the report is to gauge the level of substance abuse involvement for all the field arrests made by officers in Wyoming. Please note that reports are not filled out on persons who are booked in for bench warrants, failure to appear or failure to pay, or for any court-ordered jail time. Information is collected from persons who were arrested and subsequently detained in a detention facility in Wyoming. Specific information collected during the book-in process includes the following: the type of offense, whether alcohol or other drugs were involved, the location of last consumption and point of sale, known BAC levels for alcohol-related arrests, and demographic information. This report is only 1 page and is a quick procedure officers should complete immediately after an arrest. The first couple pieces of information are about the officer and the department that they are employed by. The officer will fill in their officer number or criminal report number and date to begin with. Then circle the name of the department that the officer is making the arrest for. If department is not listed, fill in the department name by other. The next part of the report is specific to the person being arrested. Report what gender, male or female, the person is, their age, and their status. Are they a resident of the area where they were arrested, a resident of a different county in the state, or an out-of-state visitor? The next part gets into specifics about the type of charge. The officer must circle if the crime is classified as a misdemeanor or a felony. The next part deals with the type of crime specifically. The officer circles what type of crime it was: domestic violence, public intoxication, assault, driving under the influence or DUI, resisting arrest, or minor in possession MIP. Please note, if it is a DUI, there is an extension piece to fill out. The officer must note if the arrested has a previous DUI. Once the type of crime is complete, the officer must specify if anything else was involved in the arrest. Was there a traffic crash? Were drugs such as marijuana, meth, or alcohol involved? Mark each with a yes or no. If alcohol is involved, there is additional information to complete. First, the officer notes if they detected the odor of alcohol or if they had knowledge that the person had been drinking prior to the arrest. If yes, fill in all of the applicable information such as intoximeter BAC, urine analysis BAC, blood test BAC, portable breath test BAC, or if the arrested refused all testing. The next section of the report is the location of the last consumption. The location of the last consumption should be circled: at home, a bar, a car, or a private party or event, public event, or other, or if they did not respond at all. If it is a bar, public event, or other, specifics should be given. The last section of the report that needs to be filled out is the point of sale or where the alcohol was obtained. Where the alcohol was obtained should be circled: at home, a bar, a drive-up window, a liquor store, a private party or event, a public event, or other, or if in fact they did not respond. If a public event or other is chosen, specifics should be given. Each Monday of each week, the assigned detention officer or supervisor collects all the reporting forms filled out the previous week and mails them in the self-addressed stamped envelopes to Johnson & Associates in Douglas, Wyoming. At the end of the month, the assigned detention officer or supervisor counts the number of persons booked in the facility that month and sends the number in tally form to lemmert@jnda1.com or fax it to 1-800-954-0778. This is used to cross-check to see if all forms were filled out and submitted for that month. Questions or concerns about the project should be directed to the project manager, Ernie Johnson. Questions or concerns about filling out the data on the reporting forms or problems in submitting the weekly forms should be directed to the database manager, Jan Lampert. And questions and concerns about reporting the monthly book-in numbers should be directed to the association liaison, Lori Emmert. WASCOP publishes the results and analysis of the data collection efforts each year in 3 separate reports. The main report provides statewide statistics and averages along with comparisons of county statistics in specific categories. An accompanying supplemental report provides county, community, and local law enforcement agency specific statistics. The third report is an executive summary which provides selected statistics, information, and highlights from the main report. These reports can be accessed online on the following websites: wascop.com and jnaconsulting.com. In summary, the short report filled out by the arresting officer is used to better see the effects of substance abuse on crimes in Wyoming. This project is completely funded through grants. All reports are sent to Johnson & Associates in Douglas, Wyoming each week and are cross-checked at the end of every month. At the end of the year, the statistics are compiled and provided to each sheriff, chief of police, the Wyoming Department of Health manager, the prevention coordinator, a member of the Governor's Council on Impaired Driving, and community leaders throughout the state. Later, the data is shared with the public through a press conference and release of the reports.